Have you ever read something so powerful it just gave you chills, or so engaging you literally couldn't put it down? You might think that kind of writing is some kind of magical talent, but you know what? The secret isn't magic. It's a skill, and it's one you can absolutely learn. Today, we're going to unlock it, and we'll start with a perfect example of what not to do. Okay, I want you to really listen as I read this out loud. Pay attention to the sound, the beat of the words. Have you heard the phrase, "Big Brother is watching"? Well, many people feel that way. They feel as if they're almost always being watched. Schools across the country use video cameras. The video cameras are used to monitor student behavior. They record students in hallways, they record students in the cafeteria and at dances. So how did that feel to listen to? A little, I don't know, robotic? Maybe choppy? It's just a string of sentences, all about the same length, kind of marching along one after the other. It's not exactly exciting to read, is it? It can feel pretty dull. That feeling right there, that's what we call the sound of monotony. And it's one of the most common traps in writing. It can suck the energy right out of the most interesting topics. But here's the good news. It's actually really easy to fix. And that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, check this out. On the left, we've got our choppy, repetitive draft. But on the right, that's the revision. Notice how it takes a bunch of those little ideas, monitoring students in hallways, cafeterias, dances, and sporting events, and weaves them into one longer, more melodic sentence. The information is the same, but the experience for you, the reader, is totally different. It has rhythm, it has flow, it's alive. So how do we get that rhythm? We're going to build what I like to call a writer's toolkit. And the very first tool, the one we just saw in action, is all about varying the length of your sentences. This right here is the foundation for making your writing sing. And this isn't just for, business emails. The pros, the great authors do this all the time. Just listen to this passage from Walter Dean Myers. When Jimmy opened his eyes, he didn't know where he was. The car was stopped at the side of the road. It was night. Up the road, there were tall poles that stretched over the road like alien giraffes, their great shiny eyes lighting up the night. Jimmy could see small insects flying through the green halos around the lights on the poles. Jimmy looked over to see if Crab was in the back seat. He wasn't. Did you feel that? That sudden shift at the very end? Let's look at those last two. It was night. Bam. 3 words. And then, he wasn't. Bam. Just 2. Those short, sharp sentences just hit differently after the long, descriptive ones that came right before them. So why do that? I mean, why would an award-winning author use sentences that a first grader could write? What's he trying to do there? What's the effect? It's all about impact. That's the secret. Short sentences create drama. They build tension. They make you stop and focus on one crucial detail, forcing it to stick in your brain. They are a writer's secret weapon for setting a mood. Okay, tool number 2 for our toolkit. Once you've got rhythm down, you need to add a little surprise to keep things interesting. And the best way to do that is by changing up how your sentences begin. I mean, if every single sentence starts the exact same way, your reader's eyes are just going to glaze over. You can think of it like this. You've got a few different ways to open a door. Most of the time, we just start with the subject. That's the normal way, like saying, "The dog chased the ball." But you can also start with a transition word or a descriptive phrase or even a clause that sets up a condition. And this isn't about memorizing boring grammar rules. Not at all. These are creative choices that make your writing feel way more dynamic. And here's what that looks like in the real world. On the left, it's so predictable. Emails should. It's just flat. But look at the revision on the right. It starts with a phrase, in business, then it asks a question, and then it uses a command, avoid. It feels way more direct and conversational, right? All right, time for our third and final tool. This one is all about building powerful connections. This is how you go from just stating simple facts to building more complex, more sophisticated thoughts by skillfully linking your ideas together. And to do this, we only need to know one simple term, the clause. Now, don't let the word clause scare you. All it is a group of words that has a subject and a verb. That's it. It's like the basic Lego brick of a sentence. So look at this. We take a simple idea, one clause, Paul Revere was a silversmith. Pretty simple. But then we add another clause, who worked in Boston, and bam, we've instantly added more detail and created a single, smoother, more informative sentence. We just connected two ideas into one. So how do you actually do it? Well, here are a few of your go-to moves. You can connect ideas with simple words like and, but, or. You can actually tuck a key word from one sentence right into another one. Or, like we just saw with Paul Revere, you can turn a whole sentence into a little add-on using words like who, which, because, or when. Okay, so we've got our three tools: varying sentence length, varying sentence beginnings, and combining ideas. Now it's time to roll up our sleeves for a little workshop. Let's put all these tools to work and see if we can transform a really choppy piece of writing into something compelling, right here, right now. Here's our starting point. Just listen to this string of facts. Tanzania borders the Indian Ocean. Its official name is the United Republic of Tanzania. Its capital city is Dodoma. You get the idea. It's informative, I guess, but it's totally flat. It reads like a boring encyclopedia entry. So, our mission? Use our new toolkit to fix it. First things first, let's grab tool number 3, combining ideas. Instead of two separate sentences about Tanzania's name and its location, we're going to use a clause, starting with the word whose, to weave them into one single, elegant sentence. So much better. Okay, next up. Instead of another sentence starting with the subject, like Tanzania features, let's pull out tool number 2 and vary the beginning. We'll turn that idea into an opening phrase, featuring a variety of stunning scenery. See how that little tweak already changes the flow and adds a bit of style? And for the final touch, let's use tool number 1 and play with rhythm. We'll build a longer, more descriptive sentence about its famous landmarks, and then follow it up with a short, punchy sentence for impact. So after listing Serengeti and Kilimanjaro, we hit them with this: it is the highest peak in Africa. That short sentence gives the fact the dramatic weight it really deserves. So now, let's put it all together and see the final transformation. On the left, you've got the choppy before. But now, listen to the after. Tanzania, whose official name is the United Republic of Tanzania, borders the Indian Ocean. Featuring a variety of stunning scenery, its capital city is Dodoma. Among its stunning features are the Serengeti National Park and Mount Kilimanjaro. It is the highest peak in Africa. I mean, the difference is night and day. That is the power of this toolkit. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Great writing isn't about using fancy words. It's about having rhythm, which you get from varying your sentence length. It's about having surprise, which you get from changing up your sentence beginnings. And it's about having connection, from skillfully putting your ideas together. Varying your sentence structure, that's your key to unlocking all of it. And that brings it all back to you. I'm going to leave you with one final question, a little challenge. Go find the last email or text message you sent. Seriously, pull it up, read it out loud. Listen for that rhythm. Look at how the sentences start. What's the first thing you're going to change? Thanks for joining me on this explainer.